Hey guys, back with another Echoing Thoughts podcast here, episode number 76. And HAYATO anniversary. Didn't want to just throw it in with Kana. Last year, they had to wait a whole year to drop it, release it, and I should have just, last podcast I said it was going to be Kane or Mihail or the new Seal Warrior. I should have just waited to actually get the release before I said that, because now I look like an idiot. But HAYATO it is. Still looks badass. I mean, looks cool. I hear people are re-rolling, excited for it, and I'm excited for it, to be honest. As an alt, hopefully they get Burning up to level 200 as like an anniversary character. That would be pretty nice. But I'm also interested what else they do, because usually, this is 2 weeks in advance. So usually, since there's no July update as well, this is kind of a 2-part anniversary plus July update. There should be something more, and I'm excited for what that is. Whether it's Will, which is what my betting money would be on, whether that means anything, because every time I say something, it's absolutely wrong. But Will, and then hopefully a new arcane map I mentioned last time. And that's probably it. I don't know, maybe Moon Fragment Shop. People were asking me about that. I was looking back at last year again, where they actually had the Starlight Fragment. It was called Starlight Fragment, but it's basically Moonlight in June when V3 came out. And then for Anniversary, they had the event that they have on now with the post with the background and the experience node and all those things for the crystals. So I'm assuming that this year, if they follow that trend, they're going to switch it, where V4 had the current event that's going on now, the crystal buys in June, and then in July is going to be Starlight Fragment. That'd be pretty sweet. That's what I'm banking on. I need those Star Force 23 scrolls, 70%, make some Chaos Fodders, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, by the time this comes out, hopefully maybe they'll post some more stuff. But we'll find out next week. It'll be exciting. It will be, anniversary is always a fun time regardless. So that would be cool to see. And hopefully it'll be wild if they did 2 characters. I've heard people say that. That would be unlikely. But yeah, I'd expect something else to be coming real soon. Dropping for this. This is going to be a big patch. Don't worry, it's going to be a big patch. I feel like it for sure. But in this podcast, I wanted to talk about my Discord channel that's releasing this tomorrow when this is live. So the link is going to be in the description below. I'm going to go and kind of preview everything that's going to be in it to give you guys a sneak peek. But to be honest, it's going to be there's going to be a free trial for everyone. We'll talk about it, what's going to be inside of it, what you're going to get available to you. And so full transparency, it's not like it's going to be anything crazy, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I want to talk about that. And then another showcase. I'm excited to share a mechanic. Mechanic seems to be underrated. No one really knows about it, but Sephi, the mechanic that we're gonna watch gameplay today, is actually insane. It's gonna give you second thoughts about mechanics and their DPS, and their line count is actually pretty low in comparison to a lot of classes. And the fact that they're doing the damage, that he's doing the damage that he is doing, is just insane. He's beating Exorbis, who is the number 1 pally arguably in the game gear-wise, and he beat him in hard Damien, took aggro from him, kept it from him, and beat him significantly. And so that's exciting to see, and you'll be impressed. It's a pretty cool class as well. Their V4 is pretty sweet, so I'm excited to see that, share that gameplay with you guys. And shout out Sephi for being a mechanic, sticking with it, and his cap and gear is insane. And I'm glad he posted a post to V4 content update, because mechanics are looking pretty fun and pretty nice in bossing post V4. But we'll be right back, and I'm gonna jump in and kind of show you guys exactly what is going on in the Discord server, what is going to be available to you guys. And if you guys are interested, you're definitely going to want to check out the link below and get in for that free trial. It's gonna have a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm back, and here we are with the Discord channel, Echoing Thoughts. Check out the link in the description below. I already got some guildies, some friends in here to check it out and make sure that everything was squared away. And but yeah, we this is the server, so there's going to be quite a bit going on in here. We're to start from the top really, and so one of the things questions I get asked really is what is the difference between this and Naples MSM Discord, right? What is the point? Well, it's going to be a lot different. I think it's going to be more. I'm going to have more events, right? Get to know you guys better. We're going to have a lot better discussions. We're going to have polls in there. We're going to have guides. We're going to have content creators be able to put their stuff in here. We're going to have like leaderboards and chats and things like that to compare how everyone in the Echo clan is doing, stats. We're going to have exclusive content. So another question I got was, what is the YouTube content going to change? Am I selling out and just posting here? Absolutely not, right? First of all, I've been posting content on YouTube for 2.5 years now. Pretty insane. I've been doing this for a long time. Podcasting for a year and a half, 76 episodes, once a week, basically. Pretty insane, right? And so I've been doing this a long time, and basically for free. So this is going to be sort of just another way for you guys to get in touch with me, get to know me a little bit better. And one of the things I try to tell people is thinking imagine if the best players at if you're a basketball fan, imagine if you were able to be in the room conversations, just a fly on the wall of the best basketball players in the world. Just pick their brains, be able to have conversations, ask them questions, have them respond to you, or any game that you're playing, right? Anything that you enjoy, you're able to be around those people that have been doing it for a long time, that are the quote unquote experts, or the professionals, not professionals, but the best of the best. That's what this is going to be. That's what this is all about. We're going to have the best of the best, the smartest people, kind of the people that I learn from. I pick their brains about. It's not just me, right? And so we're going to have the high level discussions to help, that we just have on a day-to-day basis. And that's what it's going to be about. And there's going to be more content. So this is all exclusive content, things about the burning event that you're going to want, how to take advantage of the new character update, how to make mezzos, how to Star Force, all that stuff, questions and answers. We're going to have polls. So polls, I just have polls, and what do you think the top 3 classes are for pirates, thieves, archers, everything, mages, warriors, right? And it's going to kind of showcase what everyone thinks. That's pretty sweet. And there's just going to be a lot of stuff, guides in here of all different time, just anything you need, right? And then we're going to have the real life stuff, introductions, getting to know people on a more personal level, which is what I really enjoy. Food, selfies, get to know me and my family. If anyone wants to share their stuff as well, that's always great. Sports talk, anime, TV, fitness, whatever it is, right? This is kind of just everything you're going to see, but it starts really with the events. This is where I want to be sort of the separator, to have fun, right? So we're going to have a post patch next week in Discord, just degenerate sesh. Necros, Absolabs, Chaos Exalts, Radiant Exalts, whatever it is, we're all going to get in here at this time and just stream. Hopefully someone hits something. Hopefully it goes well. But either way, that's always a good time. A lot of fun, regardless. And we win together, we lose together. Hopefully this brings us some luck post-patch, and then someone hits something good, maybe multiple people. That's always fun. And then I got something scheduled for the end of the month as well. This is something I want to do, and it's mainly to get to see who are the best players in the game, who wants to kind of showcase and put their money where their mouth is about how good players they are. Doesn't matter what gear they are, doesn't matter what class they play. It's going to try to keep it as fair as possible, and this is something that I'm excited to do, right? So NA Scanio, hopefully this branches out to EU, Asia, Enosis, whatever it is. But right now we're going to do NA Scania, Chaos Vellum, last man standing. No gear, no armor, 100 mil mezzos buy-in, up to 10 people, me, and then I'll put in 600 mil. So the pool is going to be 1.5 bill, right? The first place gets 1 bill, second 400, third place gets their money back. But essentially, right, no armor, no weapon, no skills on the pet, no skills on the wheel, no pets, no potions, no all cures, no buffs, nothing. Just bare bones. just surviving, jumping around, surviving, dodging stuff. Last man standing. See who can get there. And I'm going to be in there as well, having fun, seeing how long I can survive. And then I'll have my weapon on to try and see if, if people get far enough, we'll try to lower the HP and access more of Chaos Vellum skills and things like that. And I tried it solo, and it's pretty chaotic. I'm not going to lie. So it'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully we get a good turnout, and it's just a good time, right? People want to be a part of this for sure. That should be a lot of fun, either if you're in it or just watching regardless. So that's something we're going to do on the 30th, and just more events coming, right? I want to get the communities, the Echo Clans sort of input on this. But I think the most, what people want to know first off is how much it costs, right? Full transparency, there's going to be 2 tiers, right? There's going to be the whale tier, which is you're pretty much going to get everything, access to everything. And then the Edward tier. So we'll start with the whale tier. The whale tier, $4.99. And if you're having issues, if you're not seeing the free trial, so we're doing a free trial here. The most I could do is for a week, unfortunately, and then maxed it out at 100. So you're going to get in free. And there's not going to be 100 people that join this. So you're just going to get in free for the first week, and you're going to get access to everything in the server, except for one thing, which I'll talk about in the Edward tier, but you're going to get everything. And yeah, you're going to get everything. This is sort of what I think if you subscribe, it's going to be 99% of the people. And I'll talk about what you're going to get in here as well. And then the Edward tier is just for those people that want that extra level of coaching, one-on-one coaching. And I think that is what, we're going to keep it small. I don't expect a lot of people to be doing this one, but if there is, we're going to keep it small to make it kind of more like a small classroom type of vibe where you get a lot of attention from me specifically, and very specific answers to your questions, right? I think a lot of the times people ask questions and it's very general, but it's going to be based on your gear, your funding, your goals, everything, right? And that's what you guys are going to get from this. We're going to answer all your questions, exclusive. You can, whether it's DM, whether it's in the exclusive coaching channel. But there's no free trial for that as well. But yeah, the free trial is going to be for the whales, and 100 people will get it, free trial. So, and one thing I want to mention is that the free trial may only be available on desktop version. And if you are subscribing via mobile, there seems to be something with Apple where they up the price to take a cut of it. So I think desktop is a little bit easier, is cheaper, and the free trial may only be on desktop. But can't quote me on that. I've gotten mixed reviews, but it seems like desktop for sure you're gonna get the free trial, and on mobile it may not be available. And it's gonna be for 100 people. So guarantee if you are watching this and you're signing up, then you're gonna get the free trial. So if you're not getting that, maybe try check on the desktop app and see what it's about. But yeah, that is it. And I'll show you sort of what you guys are going to see when you sign up. This is kind of onboarding. We're going to preview this. And if you just go free to play, right, regardless, you're going to get what class you are in, what role you're in, agreements, reading, and there's going to be kind of a checklist of things that you can do. This is even as not subscribing, not paying any money, right? You can participate in polls for free. So like I said, there are going to be constant polls, and this is going to help me for future content, right? I'm going to ask what kind of classes you want me to showcase next. For class tier rankings, getting your guys' input on this, because I'm going to be honest, I only see what I can see, right? I think, so to improve my class tier rankings, I want to get your guys' opinion, the Echo Clan's opinion on what they see on a daily basis, bossing and things like that. And so, you'll see how I voted, right? You can see how I voted here and what other people voted, right? I said Thunderbreaker, Mechanic, Buccaneer. So a lot of people like Shades, right? And Mechanic, we're going to talk about that later. Underrated, very strong. Thieves, I put Shadowers, Nightwalkers, Night Lords. No surprise, Phantoms. the most popular. Dual blades up there as well. So everyone's got their own opinions, right? That's the crazy part about this, the current meta, is that everyone has their different opinions of what's a great class. And that's where the discussions are going to be had, right? That's where the conversations are going to be had, because I'm still learning. Everyone's still learning about these classes. So this is where what I want to have, getting to know what other people are seeing out there, because I can only see what's on YouTube, what I talk to people about, and what I see on the daily basis, right? And this is just free to play. Now, if you decide to go with the whale tier, so if you're not whale Edward tier, you are going to see this right here, the subscription things, exclusive to all this stuff. All of these with these subscription icons on it, even the events voice chat. Oh, I got to change that. But even on the events voice chat, you're going to not see that. So all of these things as well, bossing, guides, all subscription based. So now if you're in, right, the first 100 people will get in the first week free. You'll get access to all these general exclusives. You'll see, right? Fails, achievements, flexes, everyone. Post it up. We win together, we lose together, right? Tips and tricks for events, anything like that. Stats and gear, event chat, guild honor battle, see how you stack up the leaderboard. We got some big times in there. And then coaching. This is for Edward tier only. And that's going to be just the one-on-one stuff I was talking about earlier. And then bossing, dailies. If you guys need help with dailies or anything like that, no matter what server you're in, check this out. You can ask for help. I'll gladly help you guys too as well if you're in NA Scanio. And then guides. Just try to keep it. If you have any questions, bossing specific, look for the guides in here or just ask. All right, ask in here specific to the conversations we're having, and then will eventually. So that's nice. So bossing, kind of whale tier plus, and then there's the real life stuff that I really love. Getting to know everyone, a little bit about themselves, right? So I got 2 kids, 4 and 2-year-old Liam and Maya. I love to share them. Watch them grow up. Everyone loves to watch them grow up in my guild and stuff. So I wanted to translate that here. Kind of fun stuff. Food, post your food. Everyone likes to flex their foods. Selfies. This is me and the kids here with my mom. Sports, anime. Oh, I want this one to be pretty big because I need help on what animes to watch. I'm watching a few right now, but I know there's a lot of more anime watchers out there that can give me tips and stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of conversations in here as well. And then TVs, movies, fitness. Fitness is big time. And then voice chats, obviously. So this is basically what you're getting. Now, it's not going to be for everyone, right? You got to pay. Because ultimately I want it to be, the reason I want it to be a paywall and different than like the MSM Discord is because that can be very cluttered, right? You can get mixed signals. Like I look on Reddit all the time or like Facebook, and people are giving so many different answers or getting information from so many different places. And I want this to be like the go-to place for people to ask questions and to get the right answers the first time. The worst thing to do is that we just saw a post in another Discord server where there was a Reddit channel about hyperskills, right? And they ended up paying, resetting their maxing CD, level 20, resetting it and then going BA before like max damage cap, before ADI. And, they're getting screwed, basically. They're wasting mesos because they're getting information from I don't know where. But this is what I want to be the go-to place. Like if it's a small price to pay to get the right answers the first time and to not be wasting your time and your mesos and finding ways to get ahead and improve your gameplay and get on teams and clear bosses and clear content, this is what I want the go-to place to be, right? And so that is a plan. This is obviously like the beginning. There's going to be a lot more as we grow it, as we get more events going, as, I just get better at this. Just like anything else I've done, from like the videos to podcasting, just trying to improve it every single day, every single week, and just watch it grow and progress. And I appreciate anyone, like I totally understand if you guys don't want to do this. I get it. Like I expect people, like one person in a guild even, to do it and just sharing the information with other people. I get it, right? That it happens. It is what it is. But I appreciate anyone that wants to support, anyone that wants to be in here. And I have no hard feelings if you don't, essentially, right? It's new, it's different, it's unique, it's fresh, and sometimes you got to wait and see before you commit, and I totally get it. So hopefully that I'll be posting more content, things like that, kind of getting more traction. Hopefully get some improvements, ideas, and feedback from a lot of people, and we'll just continue to make this better and better. And if you have any insight or help and ways that input after this, let me know, please. But this is the place to be. This is a place that you can let me know and get kind of instant feedback from me, instant responses from me with anything you need. So this is the channel. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully you guys be part of the community. And if not, I'll just keep talking about it, and hopefully just you'll join eventually. All right, guys, the last thing I wanted to talk about, or one of the last things I wanted to talk about, was my journey through chaos gear on my Demon Slayer, sort of my 7 month update. And I started my Demon Slayer the beginning of the year 2024, and I decided to go the inherent route through chaos. And so 7 months in, I think I started around 16 mil cap, basically 30s, 40 inherent gear. And so 7 months in, this is all free to play. And I do have a level 40 shoulders at 0 cut. That's why it's still here for my old demon when I was maining it. But I got 1 to level 50, 2 to level 50, 46 bricked, 50, I just got this 50. I bricked it a few times. So I'm now 2 out of 3 on the chaos attempts. It's only 30%, so iffy. 42, 60, or 6 out of 7 still. I attempted 3 on the top right here, level 50. 10% though, so it's pretty rough. And 40%. So my current stats, let's see what it is, in my bossing gear is what? Nope, not that one. Let's see. Is my current cap is 27.2 mil, 50 mil, 50k physical attack. That's because I got a level 50 hammer and I got a lot of symbols. So, geez Louise. Oops. So 8.7k physical attack from symbols. So that's why my physical attack is so high. But I wanted to give my take on Chaos Route and whether I think it was worth it, whether I regret it, whether I wish I went Necros, all that things. And so kind of give you insight on who I think it's good for and who I think it's not good for. And so, I've of course tried to max my V skills, V4 especially, and I think that's where a lot of my damage comes from. I'm missing this skill, is not level 30, but everything else is. And so looking at my DPS numbers I've done all the content from Lucid to Hard Damien. Hard Damien, 74 bill. Pretty good, right? I'm second page. My team is very good. I do 8% damage, so not great, but I mean with 27 mil cap, I think that's pretty good. Demon Slayer is very good as well. Lotus, 2.5 minute run, 25 mil, 25 bill boss DPM, pretty good. And then Lucid, my peak was about 112. And I think that was, this was not a great one. The one before. But yeah, 112 was my peak. This was a run before. And so I guess my opinion on when I think Chaos Route is good and who I think it's for and who I think that it's not worth it for. And so for me personally, obviously I can do all the endgame content. I'm very fortunate to be with a lot of good players that carry me. I've obviously have a lot of experience as well. So I would say I have a little bit higher skill cap than most as far as endgame experience. And so that's why my DPS is probably on the higher end for most of this content for anyone with my gear. With that being said, I think this is sort of my cap, right? I've been free to play. I got my CDD army. I got my elite dungeon army. I got, all the resources in order to do this free to play. So I just ults. I have so many attempts. And the biggest issue right now is that exalt reduction, 46 bricked, right? 42, 1 brick remaining. So 50% is tough. 50% is the worst. It's not the worst, but it feels like it should be a pass, and it hurts more when it fails, right? When multiple fail versus like a radiant exalt, more expensive, but 30%, like passing it feels amazing, feels great. Failing it feels like it is what it is. That's what you expected. These 50% cut deeper when it fails, and this is sort of the wall. Chaos is sort of the peak because of the Mastercraft fail. First of all, from Chaos to Absolab, it's 5%. Absolutely brutal. But the hard part is the Mastercraft. Reducing it 3 attempts takes a Chaos fodder just to Mastercraft. And those are extremely, extremely hard to make and come by right now. It has to be a level 40 to go from even attempt to get to from inherent to Chaos. And then you obviously have layers of RNG and layers of RNG. So brutal. So if you plan on going the Chaos route, if you're one of those people that has an army, prefers a free-to-play approach, right, and kind of plays a long game, because I only got 2 pieces waiting on a third, bricking 2 over 7 months, right? This is all building it myself. And then getting to Absolab is going to be like, if I passed 1 out of these, if I were for some reason just go all hard and pass and attempt all these, 1 would be insanely lucky, right? So the kind of the expectation is that I'm going to end up with full Chaos 50s and be stuck there for a very long time. And let's say that's 30 mil cap. Let's say that's low 30s. Maybe if I change the nice thing is now, if you change your soul over peer, if you do like arc or anything higher, it's bigger gains for sure, right? So there's value there other than going Chaos route. If I worked on my Legion and I got to 8,200, I'll get another 750k cap, right? Those things add up. If I did Star Force more, my Star Force is pretty low, especially with top and bottom. So if I improve that, I could get more cap and stats that way. There are avenues to get more cap, right? Besides the armor, which is nice, especially for those free-to-play players or lower funded spending players. But if you're trying to be, but you sort of have to accept the fact that you are going to be second page, right? So you have to bring value. Like if you're going to do this, I would say the best classes to do it on is support classes, right? Because you're bringing value to the team other than your DPS. But if you're relied on to be DPS and that's all you bring to the table, Chaos is tough. But I mean, it's better than nothing as a lower funded free-to-play player, right? You can definitely get into endgame bossing. It may take you a few rebalances, 1 rebalance down the road, take you a little bit longer to gear-wise, but didn't spend at all on this to get this here. Like I even used like event 30% scrolls, right? I didn't buy any packages. I used these I made my own exalt reductions. I used the Mio box, things like that. Prayed for good RNG. Right, so it's completely free to play. It just obviously takes a little bit longer. But the nice thing is, like, you can do it. You can make it. You can do all content. Even Will, I think when that comes out, future bossing, like that is my biggest concern, dilemma, is that I will not be doing enough DPS to make it on a Will team within the first maybe 3-4 months of release, which is partially my fault, right? My understanding that how I'm planning on funding this character. But if I did want to get on that tier, obviously this is a much tougher route. But I think that if I'm comfortable in the mindset that I'm going to be, if you're okay with doing Damien, hard Damien, a little bit later, Lucid a little bit later than normal, that's fine. Right? If you're playing a support class, you can absolutely get away with it. Phantoms, Paladin, if this was my Paladin's gear, no problem. Bishop, maybe even Sia with this gear, no problem. Right? You could get into any endgame boss, maybe even Will, definitely sooner than a Demon Slayer because of your support skills. And the DPS will be just fine. Right? You can see the numbers there. The Paladins, Phantoms, Demon Slayers are very good, but others classes can still do DPS now. So I think it all depends on your goals and how quickly you're trying to reach certain levels, and obviously what class you play. So it's definitely achievable to get to where I'm at. You need maybe like a second ult, a second main. You can definitely do this and get away with it. Right? But for the most part, if you are trying to first page, if you're trying to chase DPS, if you are trying to hit certain markers or be competitive and challenge other DPS, the gap is just too great. Whoa. Oh wait, yeah. The gap is just too great. Like 30 mil cap is sort of my expectation, my peak expectation. Because I don't expect to get to Abs Labs anytime soon. I guess maybe if I got this Necro, swap this out, 440k, and made it level 50, I get 600k more cap. Maybe turn into Absolab and get more cap, but right now it feels like low 30 mil cap is my peak. That was if I fully made it to Chaos, right? And that is probably equivalent to what? A few Absols, a few maybe level 50 here for rating exalts. So give and take, the peak is definitely not there. You're definitely capped at Chaos, but that's good enough for you. It's good enough for you, right? It kind of just depends on your goals and like how you want to stack up. But I just wanted to give insight on where I'm at, where I think like how competitive you can be with the Chaos route after doing it for 7 months. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these exalts are rough. But the give and take is that it's all free to play. So it's nice. But hopefully this helps you guys if you're deciding to go that route. Just based on my experience, I'd love to hear your guys' experience and thoughts as well as you try to decide between Necro, the Absolab, and just inherent straight through Chaos. Because I definitely think there are advantages and disadvantages and pros and cons, and people's experiences are different than mine as well. So I'd love to hear that, and hopefully this helps you guys in some way. All right, now we're going to finish off with mechanic gameplay. Sephi, the GOAT, Win Archer. He's got so much content. I mean, his second main is mechanic, and he's got Culvert. He's got Win Archer POVs, Wild Hunter too. Damien, or mechanic, he's got it all, right? He's just that guy, and been following him for a long time. So we're going to showcase his mechanic this time because mechanic's hard to find content-wise. So I'm excited to share this one. And don't forget to subscribe and support him. He's get him to 1,000 subscribers. He's got a lot of good content, and he's one of the GOATs for sure. But yeah, we're gonna see Mechanic, and I think his cat, like, first of all, the V4 is this skill right here. So cool. Got a lot of place down skills as well that kind of just do passive damage. I love that. Look at the burst. Look at that burst. Insane. Exorbis is a full 60 paladin, so you can see how he stacks up with him. Two of the best, in the game, going at it. Really cool to see. And you can see his burst was right on par with paladin. Right, that was pretty cool to see. And I mean, phase 1 is just a blur at this point. Just insane to see. Amazing to see. And here, look at that V4 again. It's pretty interesting that it like moves. Like it follows right here. It kind of follows and tracks. That's pretty cool. And they got a lot of place down skills here. He's got aggro too, which means his burst is insane, taking it from Exorbis. And I don't think he ever gives it back. That's the crazy part. Even when Exorbis gets his burst up, I don't think he ever gets it back. So they kind of misplayed to the left there. But I mean, he dragged it all the way back right. Pretty smooth mechanic gameplay right there. And that's why they didn't stun here. I think they're going to stun right here. Yeah, they stunned right here. And they flew up kind of preemptively. But they obviously stunned so that they could reposition it here. And there, now everyone's flying up again. Not really an issue. And now he's pulling away from Exorbis already. 2 minutes in. And you already saw what kind of burst he does. So it's not like Exorbis, not like he's going to drop off significantly when everyone's cooldowns are back up. So we'll see right here if Exorbis takes it back from him. But look, he's got his burst back up. He is pulling away. He's cranking. Right, and the V4 is pretty cool. It just follows, starts moving to find a target. Pretty cool. Got good mobility too. Attack on the move. Now, one thing I don't really know about mechanics is if they have an iframe, but I think they have good party heals and self heals as well. So that's nice. Look at the mobility right there. Smooth. Gets back to the corner real fast and can maintain his damage. I like that. And mechanics, if you don't know, there's a lot of bots out there, elite dungeons, that use mechanics because they have their own rope lift and all those things. Their mobility is really good. And I know they have good defense too, like they guard attacks and parry stuff. They have high defensive stats. I'm not sure if that translates to like Damien, but look at his damage. 3 minutes in. 3 minutes should be prime time paladin DPS. And he is absolutely pulling away. And they're already at World Tree. And yeah, he is crushing. It's just cool to see how much, like, putting in perspective how much damage he's doing in comparison to another big time DPS. A lot of times we see teams split up their big DPS now. And so the fact that we get to see two of them on the same team duking it out, and a mechanic of all classes being a paladin, which is arguably one of the best classes in the game, and it's just the gap is just widening. The gap is just absolutely widening here, 4 minutes in, finishing it off. If he gets his burst back up again, V4 right there, like perfect timing. He gets his burst up, stunned it up, and he's doing all his perfect damage at the end. I mean, if that fight was 10 seconds longer, I mean, he would have, who knows how much damage he would have done. If that was like 10, 15 seconds longer, 222 bill boss DPM could have been 230, 240, easily. So that's insane. That's insane. That's more, I mean, yeah, 20% contribution to the damage. I wish we got to see what Exorbis' damage was like, but this is S tier level DPS for hard Damien. Any class, this stacks up. Pretty wild. And so shout out to Sephi. I actually want to go in to see his mechanic point of view for Culvert, because I heard his mechanic Culvert is really good too. So we'll see what's going on here. Look at all the skills he has too. I didn't even notice that. Like, he placed down a lot of skills right there. And yeah, the burst, look at the cap. Oof. 66, I think I saw. 65. Insane. But look at, if you guys saw that, with ignore enemy defense up, with a defense smash 4 up, he went from 65 mil cap to 25. You guys don't understand how important defense smash 4 is, and ignore enemy defense, 11 mil lines. Without defense smash 4 up, with a true cap of 60 plus. This is one we keep talking about, the importance of defense smash 4, whether you like it or not. It is just that thing. It is just that important in all content, but especially in Culvert. So yeah, this is a strategy if you don't know. Just standing in the corner, all cure, so you don't have to move, and you can just tunnel, do your rotation. That's why Culvert's a pretty good gauge of at least seeing the combination of lines and the combination of just overall damage as far as like the ignore enemy defense, because of the consistency that you can have. It's like the guild dungeon when you pin it to the right, but for bossing level, right? For with the micromanaging your skills, pairing it with defense smash 4, things like that. So that's why it's a very good gauge of the end game and how it your class translates to end game bossing, right? And so you're not going to see his score to the end, but yeah, he's got a lot. Probably putting this down, placing all these skills down when defense smash 4 is up. His V4 is back up here too. Man, he is tanky. Tanky too. Yeah, pretty insane to see the amount of damage that he does. And so he's probably got like one. Finish it off. 8 seconds. Jeez. 45. 46. Sheesh. That's insane. Almost 46K. I mean, you guys, mechanics are very, very good, apparently. Results speak for themselves. Sephi is insane, obviously. But man, it's so cool to see like classes like this that people obviously don't know a lot about because there's not a lot of representation. But when there's a big time whale like Sephi doing this, that's as balanced as it gets, right? So hard Damien beating Paladin significantly, 222 bill, 45, almost 46K Culvert. That is absurd numbers for a class that people don't even have in the top 3 of a Pirates. So yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what it's all about. And I can't wait. More people need to post their content because I want to showcase this stuff to people, to share that these numbers are, these people like Sephi, you got to follow him, right? Make him post more content. Follow, post more content, Lucid, everything. I think he has Lucid too. But yeah, awesome to see. Maybe win Wild Hunter 2 seems very good. But yeah, more. Excited. Sephi's the GOAT for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Excited for the Discord channel. Check out the link in the below for free access, free trial. But yeah, mechanic, don't forget to subscribe. Get him to 1,000 followers. He deserves it. And post more content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.